Hello everyone! Today on Binky's Gaming Thoughts, I begin the Suit of Swords to continue with the Minor Arcana. Today's makeup has the face paint of Hawk. Even if Hawk was part of the suit of coins, I found it fitting to have the face paint since it's warrior type. So there we go. Hawk for the suit of swords, even if Hawk, him or herself, was in the suit of coins. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Ace of Swords, which is depicted as the banner of the Templar Order. For the Rider-Waite deck, it is called the Ace of Swords. Same thing for the miniature deck. For the Greenwich Tarot, it is called the Ace of Athens. In terms of significance, the Templars are there to defend, to keep order, and to take arms when needed. The card itself represents renewal, victory, achievements, new thought patterns, breakthrough, mental agility, truth, accuracy and foresight, clarity of thought, strong will, determination, enlightenment, strong health, etc. Well, the Templar Order represents that strong, protective aspect where Templar and Seeker became one and is supposed to be the ones with a clear mental state. Though over time, the Templar Order may have become the reverse of the card. When reversed, speaking of which, the card represents quarrels, being self-destructive, making bad decisions, inappropriate choices, confusion, obstacles, inaction, incompetent judgment, tyranny, hindrances to plans, truth that is disregarded, mental dysfunction, being quick-tempered, paranoia, insanity, etc. Let's have a look at the symbolism of the image of the card. As a pattern, sturdy diamond shapes in the metal gray of armor line a black banner of power and potency. A white sword shines through, as once the order was pure. White flames extend from the sword, a driving force of passion. The sword points downwards, southwards, representing physical strength, adventure, and loyalty. All attributes these knights vie for, all prerequisites to survive the wars they fight. What do I think this means for the Templar Order? Well, much has changed about the Templars over the years, and their dependence on lyrium has become a hindrance. They were once Seekers, and Seekers were once Templars. Their futures are linked together. What do I think this means for the future of Dragon Age? Well, there may be a way to go back to the teachings of old, to go from being lyrium addicts to knights, able to help mages without the need for lyrium. The Two of Swords, the images of the rogue, the dual wielding class. For the Rider-Waite in miniature decks, it is called the Two of Swords as well, and for the Greenwich Tarot, it's the Two of Athens. In terms of significance, this one's an obvious one, as it's the class selection for the rogue wielding 2 daggers. How many daggers? 2. It's quite literal, if you ask me. The card itself represents partnership and affiliations, bonding, compromise and negotiation, a balance of opposites, temporary solutions, diplomacy, hidden tensions, and uncomfortable truces, conservation, patience, debate, etc. When reversed, the card represents overturned agreements, duplicity, sabotage, subterfuge, malice, indecision, adverse judgments, contradiction, efforts frustrated, lies and deceit, delusion, emotions, dominating logic, inept communications, loss of equilibrium, etc. So let's have a look at the symbolism of the card. Clad in stripes of nightly blue, the rogue keeps a watchful eye, draped in a cloak to keep him hidden in shadow. Circles marking the flow of life he ends. His companion is stealth. He wields 2 daggers, one in each hand, one curved like a serpent that slithers unnoticed towards its prey, the other zigzagged like a bolt of lightning that strikes so suddenly a killing blow. Twilight stars in his beard, a wave of red like blood behind him, with a moon full of the darkness that engulfs his enemies. Another dagger is drawn out on his pointed boot. He always has more. Another hidden knife, ready to strike in the night. What do I think this means for the future of Dragon Age? Well, other than the obvious that it's going to be a class option in the next game, it gives us a warning that, like an assassin, surprises will creep up on us, and if ill-prepared, it could render us incapable. It could also mean we might see more of the game, which is quite cloak and dagger with bards and harlequins, so that could be an interesting aspect of the next game. 3 of Swords. The image is of the breach. This time, really that breach. So for the Rider-Waite in miniature decks, it is called 3 of Swords as well. And for the Greenwich Tarot, it's called the 3 of Athens. So as a quick side note, I wasn't sure at first that it was the breach, but it resembles the Dragon Age Inquisition official poster, which shows the Inquisitor holding up a sword towards the breach, which could be taking place in the Fade. But the green and dark rays sort of give it away about it being more the breach. And as for its significance, in the poster, there seem to be 2 more figures off to one side, which makes it 3 individuals. Observation, 3 of Swords. Just saying. The card itself represents absence and separation, confession, revelation, unfinished business, fortitude during a difficult time, resolving conflicts, confrontation, speaking regardless of the consequences, taking on a new path to something unknown that requires courage, discarding fears, bye-bye, and that sort of thing. When reversed, the card represents confusion, anxiety, strife, cowardice, shallowness, and superficiality, discord, malice that is nearing, fear of loss, regained composure and peace, an improved situation, a greater insight and clarity, etc. So it's not all that bad. Let's have a look at the symbolism of the image of the card. Before the full moon of a deep, unending night, fullness of unity, a man and a woman stand, bent backwards, reaching up towards the sky. A satchel bears markings of the fish, representing a doorway, the portal between 2 worlds. As a beam of green with rays of green light depict the breach, the tear in the veil, the portal between the spirit world and the tangible world. Images of spirits and demons smoke up around them as both the man and the woman wield swords of white, eternal and spirited, and of a red of life and mortality. Both wear black crowns and capes, darkness and the mind. The woman wears a dress of golden color, fabricated of the rich fabrics of the living world. The man is draped with red, pouring life which could easily be seeped out. There is a balance of masculine and feminine, life and death, spirit and demon, light and darkness, mortal flesh and spirit essence. The breach, Or is it the veil being torn to unite the two worlds? What do we think this means for the future of Dragon Age? Well, another breach? I hope not. It has to do with the veil, obviously. And perhaps how another breach may be created but controlled to unite the two worlds. There's so much more, but I just can't seem to grasp it. Like the veil is just beyond my reach, you know? But I really think something, it involves the veil, and if Solus does succeed in his plans to bring down the veil, it's not just going to cause like one breach in one area of the sky like an upside down tornado where demons pop out of. It's going to be like the whole sky, like everywhere, like a mega worldwide breach type thing. That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. Well, on that note, I will close this video. In the description below, I have the links to all the decks mentioned in this video, plus the links to the books I used to determine what the cards actually represent, which are The Path of the Fool by Michael Sarian and The Greenwich Tarot Companion by Anne Mora. Throughout the week, I'm going to be posting the music from this video. So like this video if you like it, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, hit the bell icon for notifications, and I'll see you all soon. Masaranas. Be sure to check out some of my other stuff, and remember to buy video games at a discounted price and support me at no additional cost to you. Just follow my G2A affiliate link. You can also join in on the fun on Patreon for some exclusive content. Thanks for tuning in.